Real quick. Last night about to go on. Last night about to go on. We'll just put the word out. Put the word out.
Franc Heat.
Last Cypher.
Hey, I'm sorry.
Oh, no worries.
Count us down, bro.
What's happening? What's happening?
Count us down. Ready? 3, 2, 1. We count ourselves down here. Hip hop point of view. Cypher Circuit. Boston House. We're here with Franc Heat.
What up?
Shantae.
What's up? What's up?
Franc Heat. Is that Frank your first name?
Frank is my real name, yeah.
Oh, I love the real name cats. You know what I mean? Just that's who I am. I'm not gonna be anything else.
Yeah, I never had a rap name, and well, I used to do these battles back in the day, and my folks were like, man, you need a rap name. I was like, what? My name is Frank. Just introduce me as Frank. They're like, we can't introduce you as Frank.
Terminator versus Frank.
Yeah, exactly. So they were like, all right, we're gonna give you a name, and they were like, yeah, we'll call you Heat. I was like, all right, whatever, but you still gotta call me Frank. You can introduce me as Franc Heat, but don't call me Franc Heat. And every time I walk up in here, Franc Heat, I'm like, all right, whatever.
That's what's up.
That's cool.
So Frankie, where you from?
Maryland, PG County, right on the DC border. DMV.
There you go.
Yeah.
So what's the hip hop scene out there like?
You know what? It's not huge. The young guys are really coming up, man. There's a lot of good up and coming young dudes. But you know, my generation, we were into the go-go. I don't know if you guys are familiar with go-go.
Absolutely, DJ Cool.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? Exactly. We do the water dance.
Yeah, exactly. And I spent 6-7 years out in California and another year in Vegas.
Okay.
So I wasn't even around here or on the east side or in DC during my 20s. So I missed a lot of the hip hop scene. But yeah, young dudes are doing it out there.
Okay. So we got a couple of questions for you. Shantae set it off.
So when you hear back in the day music, what do you consider that as? Old school music or classic music?
Well, when I hear the words back in the day, I mean old school, like to what genre? I mean hip hop wise?
Yeah, hip hop wise.
I mean,
or for instance, like Jay-Z, Biggie.
Yeah, I think Naughty by Nature, Ghetto Boys. You know, that's what pops up in my mind. I mean, I'm not quite like there in the 80s or you know what I'm saying. And for me, like Capone, Noriega, and all them, they're not quite that old school. Like that's like late 90s.
Okay.
When I hear old school, I think of that like 92, 93. Like I said, you know, Naughty by Nature, Guru, you know, that era.
What about? So what do you say consider classic? What does Frank Heat consider classic?
What, classic hip hop? Man, I mean that Rakim, Paid in Full. I mean when I classic, I mean it has to like stand out and you know and had been commercial and resonate with everybody.
Gotcha.
And old, you know, and like one of the pioneers, and that's the Paid in Full. That's my mind, in my ear. I hear classic hip hop. It's Rakim. Thinking of a master plan. Yeah, that's what pops up.
Nothing but the sweat inside my hand. Let's go.
Yeah,
so,
I like that.
We all knew that was the second year anniversary Cypher here, Boston House Cypher Circuit. What do you feel Cypher Circuit helped you with the most?
Well, giving me an audience of other MCs was dope. I love that. I mean, obviously I gained followers on Instagram, but just to bring me out of my retirement. I wrote my last verse in 2012 and I said I was never gonna rap again. I was 31, and I was like, you know what, I'm done, I'm too old to still be rapping. And one of my buddies who made it as a rapper in the Philippines, he did the Shook Ones challenge, and we thought it was just a Shook Ones challenge, and it was a Murder the Beat.
Wow.
That was last August, and so I did one, and then they reposted it, and I was like, okay, this is cool, and I started watching everybody. I got to meet Expand, Cesar Omega, Joey, etc. Shout out to Chris Romero and Joey, couldn't be here, and Scotty, all you guys, if you're watching. I met all these guys, and it just rejuvenated me, man. Like I ended up recording, you know, 13-track album this year.
Wow.
I did 47 of the 52 Murder the Beats.
Wow.
So you was consistent.
Oh yeah. I mean, you know, it did a lot. Friendship is the most important thing that Cypher Circuit brought.
That's cool.
But yeah, they reincarnated the hooligan in me, you know.
Yeah. So it was Franc Heat went down, put Franc Heat in the microwave, right? He's back on, rejuvenated. So what projects you got out now? Are you coming out with projects on your own? Are you that rejuvenated?
I did one in June. I dropped it. It was called Reincarnated Hooligan, 13 tracks on Bandcamp. So it's www.frank with a C, FRANC-heat.bandcamp.com. 13 tracks. Producers are all mixed up. The Cypher Circuit ones include Quake Mob, 17 Candles. We got The Collective and Dutch Beats. So yeah, I wrote, recorded, mixed down the whole thing. I just didn't make the beats. I'm telling you, Cypher Circuit did a lot for me personally.
There you
know
go.
It's more than just getting followers. It brought me back. You know, brought me back, the real me. And I ghost wrote in California. I never wanted to be a rapper. I always thought Filipino rappers were corny. That's a joke, but I'm kind of serious. And so I said, I don't want to be no Filipino ass rapper. And so I used to ghost write for these guys. I can't name names, obviously, because of agreements, but this was cool to actually be able to have an audience and me be in front of the mic. Instead of writing other people's rhymes or in that battle scene that I used to be in. So this is a whole different thing. And
love it, man. They done so much for us too. Hip Hop Point of View, Cypher Circuit. Frank Heat, point at him.
Yes, sir.
Point at him.
DMV, baby.
There you go. Hip Hop Point of View, DMV. Frank Heat, we out.